Hello guys, today I am going to be showing you guys a clean and service of this vintage Corondo table fan. This was one of the last fans to be made of this style. This style of fan was certainly starting to go out of fashion by then. This was probably made sometime in the late 60s or early 70s. I can tell because of this avocado green finish that it has, which is my favorite color in the entire world. However, there is definitely some things in this fan that have to change. In oscillation mode, this fan does make a noise, which I'll plug this up here. I'll put it in oscillation mode. Now, the way these older oscillation works is, a lot of the younger people like me don't know how to do this, but this is how you work them. You just unscrew this part right here, and it just slides over. Oh, good figure. That noise is gone. But we're still going to take a look at the oscillation because, it could happen again. I don't want that because the noise it was making in the initial checkout video that I may have posted at the time of the video, you may have noticed that it does make that noise, and that's going to be irritating to use. So first thing we need to do is remove the guard. And how the guard comes out is pretty simple. It just has these bolts right here, and you just use a pair of pliers, whatever tool you have on hand. I might use a wrench instead because these pliers are soaked in oil. These bolts were really not that tight. That, I say, is a good thing, because it's not good to go super tight because you would be stripping the threads out. While these threads can be replaced, I'd rather just keep these original if I can. Looks like the second one came off too. I'm realizing you're probably not seeing most of what I'm doing. I didn't get that one loose enough. Yeah, this is definitely a little bit tighter. You know what? I might actually use a wrench instead. That probably will work better. See if this is the right size. Yep. It's the right size. So I'm going to use this instead. Alright, I think we got that loose enough. Yeah, this nut is definitely so much tighter than the other one. Alright, let's see if this will come off. Oh, that whole thread is turning now. That's not good. Come on, get on the nut. Let's see if I had a better fitting. There, this should hopefully be better. Nope, that's too big. You know what? I don't know why. It seems like in all my tools, it's either one size too big, one size too small. Whatever happened to just the right amount. There we go. Now the guard is loose. You know, I'm probably just going to time lapse this. I just got the guard and the blade off, which the blade came off surprisingly easy. But the real challenge here is getting this. Oh, there we go. Perfect. The blade came right off. And next thing we need to do is take the motor housing off, which is just by these two screws. And I'm just gonna take this off as well, so we can review the motor and replace the cord. I've already got enough WD-40 on this. I know it's not the right oil, but it was good enough for the test. Yeah, this is not going to be fun to put back in. There we go. Now the housing is off. Oh, go figure. I didn't even need to take this off to review this. So what we have here, I'll zoom this in. We have two connections in here. Hey, yeah, there's a crack in that wire right here. But we are going to be replacing this cord, so there we go. We've got the cord taken out. I'll just throw this in the trash because this cord right here is no good. And I'll show you guys this too. I don't know if I showed you guys this in the initial checkout video, but the rubber grommet was also having a problem, so we're going to get that all changed out. In case if I haven't showed you, here's the rubber grommet. It's full of cracks, so we're going to throw this one out. And I have a different rubber grommet we'll use, so that's not really a big deal. And I'm going to just take this wire cap off too, because dangling is not good for the wire. That definitely is something that should get fixed. So the next thing we need to do is, yeah, I have to take this screw out. There we go. So the next thing we need to do is take this oscillation box out, which is just held on by a few screws. So here's the grease that's in there. It's actually, you know what? The grease is actually still, it's not dried up, so that's surprising. I mean, this is a newer fan than what I'm used to working in, so really shouldn't be all that surprised, but There we go. The gears are still functional in there. So I'm going to spray this in. No, I'm not going to be using WD-40. That is completely wrong to use. I'm going to be using Zoom Spout. This is a much better greaser. And I'm just going to squirt in a couple drops because yeah, I think I'm out. Come on, focus. This thing is definitely not focusing. Oh, there we go. It's now focused. So yeah, consensus is yep. I am definitely unable to squirt any more of this stuff in, but oh well, I think the bearings are lubricated. So I'm just going to put this back in. Alright, so next thing we need to do with this, we're going to need to put a towel there because this could stain the table, which I don't want that. I don't know if it could or not. This is why I'm not wearing a suit during this, because I don't want my suits to get ruined. But we're going to be spraying a little bit of WD-40. Sometimes it can be a substitute for a cleaner. Sometimes it can't. But we're going to see if this is a case where it can. It looks like it will be one of the cases where WD-40 saves the day. Yep, the dirt is coming off. Now, you don't have to do this part if you don't mind your fan being a little bit dirty, but I just want this to be a little bit cleaner than it is. So I'm just using this, and it does seem like it is wiping away most of the dirt. Now, we're not doing a complete restoration. I'm just going to get this good enough to where it's presentable again. Just cleaning it up just a little bit. Alright, well, this is now, it's not fully pristine, but it's good enough. Oh, I'm just noticing something. One of these threads is bent. So I'll show. See, the thread right here is bent. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a pair of pliers and I'm just going to put it back to alignment. That could be why no wonder why the cage is a little bit bent. Because of that. There we go. Well, it does seem like we are at a point where we can put this fan back together. Yeah, this nut is being a pain in the butt to put back in. I know that's not the best method. That could be why it's doing this. Okay, where is that wrench? You know what? That could be why this nut was so tight earlier. Alright. Now we're going to be on the process of getting the blades cleaned up. Which already got a little soaking of WD-40. And these blades are still shiny as well. So here's the difference between the freshly clean blade and the dirty blade. This one is so much more shiny. And you know, I have a passion with these D-blade fans. I really like the design and the nostalgic appearance of these. And the guard right here is already still shiny, so I'm not going to do any work to that, but we did get this fan cleaned enough to where I can happily use this. So now we're going to do the rewire of the fan. This is what I'm going to be using for the rewire. It's this 2-wire rubber insulated cord with this style plug. It came off of a vintage extension cord that was supposed to get thrown out, but it was still perfectly good. I have a new rubber grommet in that thing right there. And I believe it's the yeah, I put that in the wrong, right one. So what we have here is, we're going to get this, and the rubber grommet just fell. That's okay, we can fix it pretty easily. So what we're going to do is we're going to tie a knot. Would not be a video without me kicking the tripod. And the cord is now on the tripod as well, but so we just tied a knot in there, and that's going to act as a strain relief so that doesn't pull out. See, it won't pull out even if we really get this fan. Really pull it hard, it won't come out. I mean, don't pull it hard by any means, but you know what I mean. So what I have here, I have the, now this is, really doesn't matter because with the polarity of this, because this fan was made long before, well, this was 1970s, but still. It was made before polarization became common in common household appliances. So it really doesn't matter if you put them in the right direction or not, because this is a non-polarized cord, so it really wouldn't make a difference. So I'm just using wire nuts. You can use soldering if you want, but I'm just using these because I'm just using wire nuts because that is what I like to use instead, because in the case of a future if restoration guy ever wants to put a new cord on this, then they can do it without wasting wire. And yes, I am realizing I am using different wire nuts, but I'm not gonna deal with that. So really, you can install this pretty much any way, and this is going to work. if you were to use a 3-wire cord, which some people like doing that for safety reasons, you would just get the oscillation box right here, and you would just put a ground wire on one of the screws, and that'll act as a bond. I tend to like to keep stuff original, and if you want to put a grounded cord, go for it, but I just like to keep stuff original if I can. I mean, there are a couple situations where I'd like to use a ground, like if I have a 3-wire head wire, that's where I'd like to use a ground, but because I'm using 3 wires in a cord anyway, like in an Emerson fan from the 1930s, or that Robinson Myers fan, which I'm working on, that one I'll use a grounded cord, but this here is just using no head wire. I think it'll be perfectly fine if we just do a 2-wire. Anyway, let's put this, we're going to get the oscillation hooked up. But I'm going to speed through this because I feel like I'm just wasting storage. Alright, so the next step we need to take is get this fan and make sure that the testing the cord is okay, because a possibility of a short is possible of something with this age. So we have both the prongs touching each other, and you can see we have continuity. Now we're going to test the fan, make sure we don't have any leakage, because I haven't seen it often, but I have seen it done where the fan is leaking electricity, and that is a health and safety issue. Looks good so far. Alright, so, and also make sure that the ohms are not less than 1 ohm, because that indicates a dead short. But it does look like it's safe. So here goes nothing. I'm going to plug this up. Oh wow. It definitely sounds like it is flying colors. See the oscillation works. I really hope it does. Well, looks like it's working good. Alright, well, looks like this restoration was a success. Got the fan looking just a little bit better. And hopefully you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.